internet is the new democracy is brought to you by Disney. The words, not really, the entire internet, and the phrase, if only they use their powers for good. Look, today's rant might ruffle some feathers, but I'm going to quote the great philosopher Tony Soprano. I'm going to say some things you're not going to like, and you're going to sit there and take it, because it has to be said. Maybe it was my dad who said that.
I'm going to say some bad words. You're just going to have to deal with it.
I don't know. But by now, I'm sure all of you have heard about the Twitter hashtag campaign, Fire Gina Carano, pushed by people who felt her views were problematic and insensitive on her Twitter feed, and that she should not be allowed to continue to work for Disney and Lucasfilms. Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm, and there are no plans for her to be in the future. A spokesperson for Lucasfilm said at the time of her firing. Nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their culture and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable. This is what Lucasfilm said in response to the hashtag campaign. Gina Carano has been making these posts for a while now, but it's the hashtag Fire Gina Carano that made it happen. This caused Disney to react, Fire Gina Carano, which was followed by a new Twitter hashtag, We Love Cara Dune, and Cancel Disney Plus. Now, if you think that it's fantastic that she's being held responsible for her reprehensible tweets and that she shouldn't represent a company like Lucasfilms, or if you think she has a right to her opinions and that celebrities should be able to say what they want without fear of being fired or canceled, as it were, please, by all means, take your toxic Facebook energy and bring it right here to the comments on YouTube, just as long as you stimulate the algorithm and get me monetized. And if you say something out of line, trust me or one of my cyber friends will reply to your comment and let you know, because that's how the world works in 2021. We take our beefs from the streets to the internet. Street cred, you can't make money off that anymore. Tekashi 69 put an end to that. If you want to make it in this world, you better have friends on Facebook, followers on Instagram, likes and subscribers on YouTube, and views on TikTok. Twitter's not the only game in town. Want to force the decisions of a multi-billion-dollar movie studio? Launch a petition on change.org. That's what these guys did. Mandalorian fans petitioned Disney for Don Cheadle to replace Gina Carano. With Gina Carano fired from The Mandalorian, fans have nominated Don Cheadle as an unconventional replacement to take the role of Cara Dune. They don't want to get rid of Cara Dune, and they don't want to replace her with someone else who might look similar to Gina Carano. It worked for Don Cheadle in Iron Man, and Favreau is on both of these projects, so hey. With Gina Carano recently fired from her role on The Mandalorian, the question of what will become of her character has yet to be answered. While some expect her to be written out of the Star Wars show, others are hoping for a recasting, as some fans are adamant about their pick of actor. Unconventional though we may be, a petition entitled, this is a real petition on change.org, hire Don Cheadle to replace Gina Carano as Cara Dune in The Mandalorian. That's the name of the petition. And I'm reading this article from CBR.com. Cheadle's known, from Marvel Cinematic Universe, War Machine, and Iron Man. So now they want him to come and do the same thing, swap out and be Cara Dune. Created by Jon Favreau, The Mandalorian stars Pedro Pascal, Carl Weathers, and Giancarlo Esposito. Season 3 has yet to receive a premiere date. Yeah, because they're waiting to see which hashtag is going to win. Hashtag rehire Gina Carano, we love Gina, or hashtag hire Don Cheadle. And you can not only change television with social media, you can affect the economy. This past month, the Reddit community Wall Street Bets influenced stock prices and even Bitcoin. And billionaire celebrity businessman Elon Musk helped out by tweeting GameStop and Dogecoin, sending prices to the moon and affecting the entire economy to the point where we had to have Senate hearings about it. Yeah, that's right. Robinhood stopped Wall Street Bets from canceling hedge funds, and the Senate is trying to cancel everybody and make sure this doesn't happen again. But it will. It's a new era, one controlled by social media and where the internet is the new mass media. Now, I'm not going to jump on the whole cancel culture is bad bandwagon. There is room for some canceling. And I think we used to call it a boycott. But a lot of people who were canceled on social media were for the most part millionaires, and we'll be all right. Aziz Ansari, Louis C.K., they're still millionaires whether they have a show or not. I personally think we should be canceling huge banks and corporations when we find that they did something abhorrent, like, predatory lending, shorting company stock in the first place, stealing from people's pension funds. The thing is, corporations take their cues from social media hashtags and change.org petition. So why not use this newfound power for good? Let's create hashtags that will change important government policies. Like, for instance, Biden was recently criticized for protecting Betsy Devos, who protected crooked predatory universities and defrauded students. Okay, let me give you some backstory. The short version. You can Google it for yourself if you want the details. Better yet, fact check me with links to articles in the comments if I get it wrong. The colleges lied to students that they were accredited and that their degrees would help them get a job or get certified for certain careers and so on. Then the students found out later that was not true. They were lied to and spent thousands of dollars on a degree, not to mention all the work studying, and then they couldn't get work. They were told the degree was worthless because their degree program wasn't from an accredited college and accepted and all that. Obama had previously passed a law that said that those students did not have to pay back their college loans. Of course, when Trump got into office, he didn't like that. After all, he had one of those colleges that defrauded its students. So his appointee, Betsy DeVos, rescinded that rule. After a huge battle in court, the courts ruled that she was to stop college loan debtors from trying to collect the money from those defrauded students. And she refused, continuing to okay the harassment of those students for college loan payments for 18 months after the court ordered her and them to stop doing that. She was actually held in contempt of court for that, opening her up to more lawsuits. And you know what our newly elected president did? You would think he would be against DeVos since she was from the opposition's administration, the opposition that tried to steal the election from him, that wanted to delegitimize his whole presidency. But no, he decides to help her be on the side of Betsy DeVos, whose family owns, by the way, 10 yachts and might lose one and only be able to afford 9 yachts if these lawsuits go through. But no, that's more important than protecting students who were ripped off and now can't get work and have to pay their college loans, which they only took out because colleges were allowed to scam them and then were protected from having to make restitution. Unlike Trump's college, he actually had to pay millions of dollars back to people. But those other colleges, I won't name names, but one of them rhymes with Tavrai with a T. They got off. And all Obama wanted to do was at least have the college loans forgiven. Apparently, voting doesn't bring about change because you can vote someone in and then they don't act in your best interest, like Biden saying there is no way he's forgiving any college loan debt, period. Or ballots can be miscounted, or the voting machines can be rigged, or someone can just claim it was rigged and try to derail the whole process. And if you do get people in who represent your interests, legislation can be stopped by lobbyists, literally paying senators a few dollars, not a lot. I think you can make a senator change their vote from what helps the common man to what protects a company like Apple for only about $3,000 per senator. That's the going rate per issue that you want to put your finger on the scales of justice for, so legislation doesn't sometimes work, even when you do have people in office who have the political will to try and get something done. Howsoever, as we have seen happen time and time again, hashtags on Twitter can create instant change, like canceling an artist, firing an actor, etc., etc. So why don't we use this newfound power, this new technology for good? Maybe we don't vote with votes anymore. Maybe we vote with tweets. Maybe we vote by upvoting memes on Reddit. Maybe we share petitions from change.org on Facebook and LinkedIn. Maybe this is the new democracy. If millions of people tweet a certain hashtag, but only thousands tweet in opposition, then hey, the majority rules. One side gets their way. Instead of a petition for Don Cheadle to replace Gina Carano, how about we petition or tweet about Betsy DeVos, or about having student debt created from scam colleges lying to students, ruining their lives, canceled? Hashtag cancel student debt. Hashtag cancel Betsy DeVos. Then let's take it a step further. You want universal healthcare? Hashtag universal healthcare now. You want Trump impeached? Forget Senate trials. They don't work. You tweet all your senators, either hashtag guilty or not guilty. And then the one with the most tweets, that's how they have to vote. Like American Idol. They proved that with that show. When enough people didn't text that contestant's code, that means they couldn't sing, right? It's the same thing with So You Think You Can Dance and Masked Singer and Masked Dancer and The Big Show. Audience is in charge. They're smart. It's supposed to be the citizens in charge in a democracy. How's that working out for you? For that matter, since we have this whole controversy over election fraud, let's just do away with governmental elections at the ballot box. In 2024, let's start our new system. Each side tweet your candidate. Let's say Trump does want to come come back and Biden or Harris runs to continue the Democrats' reign. Maybe there's some third and fourth parties now. How to decide? Very simple. Hashtag Biden 2024. Hashtag Harris 2024. Hashtag New Republicans 2024. Hashtag Patriot Party 2024. Hashtag New Progressives 2024. Hashtag Super Progressives 2024. Hashtag Green New Deal, etc., etc. You get the point. What else should we hashtag cancel? Who should we vote to elect? Or is this whole idea ridiculous? Let me know in the comments if you didn't like something I said in this video. Give it a thumbs down, and maybe you could cancel this podcast. I don't think so. That's all for today. See you next time. Stay positive. Remember, the best revenge is success. Stay healthy, my friends. And as always, stay blessed.